Hi, I'm Toni, and this is your daily tarot reading. So let's see what messages do the oracles have for you today. There we go. Ooh, how beautiful. The dream of co-creation, manifestation, divine partnership, frequency and alignment. And I love this because I want to say, I believe it was Monday. It could have been Tuesday of this week, but I believe it was Monday, the very beginning of this week. I'll link back up to here to which one it was. I believe we've gone full circle. I believe we began with guardian angel and working on receiving your manifestation by stepping out of being guided by your ego and instead being divinely guided, working with your higher self and your guardian angels so that you can co-create your dreams. And one thing I really love is you see that's card number 26. Let's talk about those numbers. 2, 6, and 2 plus 6 is 8. The number 2 is the number of partnership, of unity, okay? So this is you and your higher self, you and your guardian angels, you and source energy coming in to union and being divinely guided. 6 is the number of as above, so below. In other words, being in alignment with not just your being inspired and in alignment with who you are and letting your ego, lead you and guide you, but also being connected to and following source and higher self information. And this is just really, checking into your intuition and being divinely guided. That's all 6 is, being divinely guided and allowing ego to take that inspiration and lead with it, okay? And so when we add 2, which is you and source divinely guiding you, your higher self, guardian angels divinely guiding you, and you following their divine inspiration and guidance, you get 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 is the karmic cycle, okay? So this is a karmic path that you're on right now. And people fear karma, but there's no reason in karma. There's lots of different kinds of karma. In fact, there's 5 different kinds of karma. Let me real quick look and tell you what they are. The 5 different kinds of karma are... Here we go. There's the karma of unbalanced energy, which is neutral, which is just getting the energy back to balance, okay? Which means you're either too far one way or too far the other, so they're just bringing it back to neutral. There's the karma of service, which means you have either been served, so now it's your turn to serve, or vice versa. There's the karma of healing, which is the same thing. It's either you've healed or you need to be healed, and that's the karma. There's the karma of contrast, which is showing you what you want, and the contrast of that, so you can understand, do you really want it or do you want something else? And then there's the contrast of healing of beliefs, and that is the karma most people think of, and that is the karma most people fear, because the healing of beliefs is the correcting, the amending of the energy cycle so that you can learn your lesson. And so when we talk about karma, very often people are like, oh no, it's a karmic cycle, that's something to be afraid of, but that's not true. You could be in the karmic cycle of service, you could be in the karmic cycle of healing, okay? And as you are doing that, you are co-creating with your higher self, with source, with your guardian angels, and you're allowing yourself to manifest. I mean, this is amazing. And so this week has really just been kind of going full circle, focusing on partnering with your higher self, with your guardian angels, so that you can manifest and co-create your dreams, that you can be of service, that you can be healed, so that you can understand that contrast and get what you want. So this is a awesome way to end this week, which is the dream of co-creating and making, manifesting this divine partnership, this frequency alignment, so that you can get what you want. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say about that? We are going to begin by looking at the past energy and see, how did this all start out? We've got the 2 of Pentacles. So very literally, this is about co-creation, being in alignment, because see how she's balanced, she's even standing on one foot, the waves are coming in and she's not falling, she's not being knocked off her feet. This is because she is in alignment, she is in balance, she is working with her higher self, she's being divinely guided by her guardian angels and co-creating. And so that's what this is, because here she is getting that wealth. So let me say, you have definitely in the past had a divine download or inspiration of something to co-create, to be divinely guided by, to be divinely inspired by, to create, to find, to manifest, okay? And so that's what this is. This is you getting that idea, you getting that inspiration, you receiving that dream and being willing to receive it, being willing to follow the divine guidance to make it happen, okay? So let's see where we are here in the present timeline. Uh-oh, we got one on the ground. We have, look at that. Look at what you've been working on, focusing on, manifesting because you followed your divine guidance. Look at your dream coming right towards you. And, oh, wow. Sorry about that. That was a little bit of a exercise. Here we have strength showing up. And so this is success. So here you are, because you trusted the divine guidance, because you followed your intuitive nudges and did what you were told and trusted yourself and your guardian angels and your higher self. Look at you. It is on its way. It is time for you to receive it. It is time for you to be divinely guided and blessed. So if it has not already arrived, keep taking the guidance and the intuitive hints and nudges that you receive so that it will find you, so that you can connect to this dream of co-creation. And one thing I really love about that strength card, that's the card of truly enlightened inspiration. This is being divinely inspired and really tapped into that higher frequency so that you can receive it. So you're at the point where if you haven't already got that manifestation, if you haven't already received it, it is so close. You are just on the outside of it. Do not give up faith or lose hope now. You are just way too close to give up on yourself now, okay? No reason to give up on yourself at this point, okay? So let's see where we're going. What is the future energy? Interesting. It's in reverse. The Four of Cups. So, you know, I want to say we even had this card on that reading I was talking about before on Monday, where the Four of Cups is kind of resisting, kind of ignoring guidance and direction. This is like, oh wait, is somebody talking to me? It's like coming out of the fog. It's like finally like, wait, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat that? It's that energy, okay? So this is the energy of, I really do think that you had a divine idea and inspiration. You followed it. It's coming towards you. It's working its way towards you. Let me just see what's above and below that. Let's see. Below we have Hangman in reverse. And above that we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this dream of co-creation, manifestation, frequency alignment, if you will, is coming. But the thing is that you have to be willing to keep your eyes open to see it. There's just this energy of, it's almost like you feel like you've been waiting for so long. You think you missed your opportunity. You didn't miss it. You didn't miss it. The thing, I'm telling you, it's coming, okay? This thing that you're trying to manifest is so much coming towards you. But there's just this energy of kind of going in the future. You're like, well, she said it's coming. Well, where is it? Did I miss my opportunity? No. Eight of Pentacles is hanging over your head. The situation is working its way out. It's on its way to you. This is about you just being patient and being willing to pay attention so that when it shows up, you receive it. The Four of Cups here with me with the Hangman and Eight of Pentacles in reverse. My biggest concern I have with these cards is about you, when the opportunity comes knocking on the door, you actually open the door and receive it. It's like you ask for this thing and this thing finally shows up, okay? And you're like, oh, okay, hey, thanks for showing up. Thank you for being here. But never mind, and slam the door. That's the energy I'm getting a little concerned here with. And so I want you to be open to patience, one, okay, because it's well on its way. And it's going to show up. I'm not entirely sure with Hangman being reversed and the Eight of Pentacles here. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to show up the way you expect it to show up. But when it shows up, this is one of those things. It's like when you get everything you ever hoped for, will you actually receive it? Will you slam the door and be like, oh, never mind? Because that's the problem. The ego wants to keep us in the same repeating habits and patterns because it knows what to expect. If I do 1 + 1, the answer is always 2, okay? But if I've only gone 1 + 1, if I've done the same thing over and over and over and got the same answer time after time, 2, it's always 2. But now I'm telling the ego, hey, I want to know what 1 + 2 is. And ego's like, well, I don't know. I've never done 1 plus 2. What is that answer? I don't know. That's the problem. It'll stop you from doing that. In other words, the ego will have you do the same thing over and over and over. And even though this new thing shows up and this is the thing you really want, and this is the thing you've been hoping for, because the ego can't predict what's going to happen if you take that path or you try this new thing or new experience. Sometimes it's going to stop you altogether from doing the thing that you've really been wanting to do, the dream you've been wanting to accomplish, because your ego can't see what's on the other side. What happens if you do this? That's the problem. The ego is in the 3rd dimension. It's not above like your higher self. It doesn't have the higher vision. It can't see the full picture. So this is when you have to have faith and hope and trust your higher self is guiding you, okay? That's very much what this message is, okay? So let's look at your block. Look, there's the Hermit. The Hermit is, never mind, I like it right where I am. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna do anything. This is Virgo energy. This is very, very stubborn. Nothing needs to change. Everything just stays exactly the way it is. Virgo is very resistant to change. And so the block here is you could be very resistant to doing what you need to do to allowing this big change to come in, even though you said you wanted it. Okay, so the block is you. The block is allowing yourself to receive what you said you wanted. Okay, so guidance and advice before we wrap up this reading for the day. Look at that, the Fool and the Queen of Pentacles. Heck yes. This new opportunity is well on its way. This thing that you have co-created with your higher self, this dream that you asked for is so very much coming, okay? And as it's coming, you have to ask yourself, am I willing to go down this new path? Am I willing to allow myself to co-create, because that is the Queen of Pentacles right there. Am I allowing myself to trust my higher self? That we're on the same path, that we're doing this thing together, that I'm not walking this path alone, that this dream is a dream that my higher self whispered in my ear, brought down to me, told my ego, hey, this is the thing we need to do. Here's the inspired action to take, do it. So I will trust that I'm on the right path. The guidance and advice is to trust your higher self and not be afraid. Open the door and go after the thing. Leave behind what you already know and go running towards this thing that's presenting itself to you that you have asked so much for. It's really and truly ripe and ready for the picking. It's juicy and yours. The advice is don't just stand there and go, oh no, thank you, and close the door and go back to being alone. Don't disconnect from your higher self when your higher self brought you all the way to the promised land now, okay? Now is not the time to say, oh no, thank you, never mind. I can do it all by myself. I don't need you anymore, okay? Let's look at the underlying cards to support the reading and we will leave. Look at this. Indeed, the Six of Swords, I believe you've had that so many times this week already. The Six of Swords, and I know we've had this one, the Four Wands, both in reverse, and the last card. The Devil. If you don't leave behind this thinking that you've got to do it all by yourself, if you don't receive this blessing and the support that comes along from your higher self, this dream and this blessing coming true, if you don't receive this, you're going to stay stuck in this lower vibration, and this chance is not coming around. I'm just telling you, the way that it's giving it to you now is not coming around again. You may get another chance, but you'll never get this opportunity again. I'll tell you that. That is for sure. The Devil's here. This is telling you, if you choose to not leave this way of like trusting yourself. In other words, if you decide to keep doing old habits and letting yourself self-sabotage or letting your ego block you, in other words, if you can't stop that, if you don't allow yourself to be fully supported divinely and trust your higher self is guiding you, and when this thing shows up, open that door. If you give in to these old habits, fears, worries, doubts, limits, or blocks, that's your choice. That's your choice. You have a choice. Nobody can tell you what to do. But I'm telling you right now, if you will just be brave and go towards this thing that you said you wanted, you said you always hoped for, this dream, you're like, this is really better than I even hoped it would be. When it shows up, let me just say this. You have two choices. Either open the door and get this thing and it's going to be better than you thought it was going to be. It's going to be so much bigger and better, and just trust and have faith that you are doing the right thing and you're going in the right direction. Or you can shut the door, you can stay locked, but just know if it even comes back around, that's a big if, it will never be as good as it was this time. That's literally what they're saying. Opportunity is knocking on the door. Are you going to answer it? All right. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope you found this useful. If you'd like a private reading, the link is down below. If you know somebody who might enjoy this reading, please be sure to share it with them, or give me a little love, give me a like, leave me a comment, or even subscribe, because I would love for you to come back. I hope that I get to see you next week, as this was the end of the week. So take care of yourself. Until I see you again, be safe and know how much I love you.